All right, I'm here with Neal Bonaparte, who went undefeated today in our Saturday regional at Gen Con with
Blue Flare?
Blue Flare. Everyone's favorite deck. Everyone loves this deck, don't they?
Yeah, it's a great day. It's very adaptable, and it just goes crazy sometimes.
Yeah, and it definitely reminds me a lot of like Blue Hybrid and like the stunning mechanics, but I think it's a little bit more in depth and a lot back and forth. So let's just jump on into it. Eggs pretty easy. We got Wanyamon, right?
Wanya's pretty standard. You could play the Missymon, but that's just too complicated.
Yeah.
Just 10 rookies, 4 Gaiosmon, that's pretty standard. 4 the new Gaiosmon. Sometimes when I break, you have a bunch of rookies, you can draw you a lot of cards, so this was very good. And then 2 Dracomons. Thought about playing Madoki, but Dracomon is a searchable blue flare when you need a rookie to try to do aggro. You want to do rookie rush when you can. Just raise up, swing with your rookies whenever you can, and that's pretty much what it was used for. But
And 10 felt right, or
10 felt right. 12, I tried 12, felt a little bit too much, but I think 10 is a solid number.
gotcha.
Let's see here. All right, to go to the male Bergermon, so I played 4 of the Jammin male Bergermons and only 2 of the
Older
Sun
ones,
male.
yeah.
I used to play 4 too, but at a regional level, and I noticed on online regionals, a lot of people are playing around 2 Digimon, so just the fear of this card is good enough. And just having a jam it goes really well with the 4 red Greymons I play.
Oh,
so
sure.
I play this deck super aggro. I just want to kill people before they get set up. Go with jam swing 2 checks, Z Greymon swing with 2 checks, and try to kill people. So
Yeah.
this 4 Greymon played well, and of course we played the standard
4 of the
Greymon. So everything went smooth. I drew this when I needed. I was always happy to see this, and it worked well.
And the on play for this guy is not terrible either.
It's not terrible. It's not great either.
Yeah.
You try not to do it, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
So that's that. And then, of course, the man of the deck, Metal Greymon. Again, I tried my strategies to swing 2 checks with jamming and then just set up and try to do it again. From there, I also played 3 Metal Greymon Cyber Launcher. I didn't used to play the last format, but there's a lot of Psychmons going around.
Sure.
And it came up clutch to get rid of a couple Psychmons. It's also good if you don't have the Jammin Male Bergermon, just to have the armor purse to secure those 2 checks. It's pretty nice. So
Yeah, a lot of people are playing Psychmon right now, especially. Belphimon I think is good in general, but against Royal Knights and a lot of other stuff.
Exactly. And to go with the 4 Metal Greymon, I played 5th of this. This card's not very good, but just having an extra name of Metal Greymon that you have rush and swing for works out. So
Yeah, you can't put the red one underneath it, but
Yeah.
it's still good. Yeah.
Still pretty good. It doesn't stun, it just strips sources, but it can come up. 2 Z Greymon as a finisher. Several times today I swung in 4 checks, so I will swing 2 checks with Metal Greymon. Paid 2 for this, even if they only have 1 Digimon, just restand and get another 2 checks to get them at 0. And a lot of games I played, I was still at 5 security and they had 0 security. So I just want to burst them down and make it awkward for them. So that was good.
And those are the only level 6s you run, right?
Only level 6s.
Yeah.
Nothing, no Mirage Gaomon or Kuzamon. I wanted to play super aggro, and I didn't want the game to go too long. Interesting ratio here. I played 4 Kiros and only 2 of the dual tamer.
Because when we were setting this up, I was like, "Are you sure this is right?" You're like, "Yep, yeah, it's right."
And the reason for this is I tried different ratios: 4, 2, 3, or 3, 3. When you're playing a super aggro version of the build like this, you want to guarantee you have 3 memory. So yes, they're not very good when you have multiples, but you need to see the one so you can secure that Metal Greymon. It goes for 2 checks or possibly 4 checks.
Sure.
And obviously, just to have targets, you still play 2 of this. The trash effect didn't come up too often, but having the extra memory when it was on the field was pretty nice.
Sure.
Okay, off to options, pretty standard 4 Blazing Membus. There's not much to say about this card.
It's a good card.
It's just a good card.
You run it.
And one of the best cards, the last 2 regionals I played in, I played 4 Sora.
4 Sorais, yeah, that's a little absurd, but very, very strong.
So you probably noticed in my deck profile, I do not play Decker Greymon. so I have a hard time stunning single stacks.
Yeah.
So obviously Sorai is very good against Royal Knights. It's very good against Shine Greymon. So they can't swing with Marcus and Royal Knights. It stuns out their board. But when you're not playing Deck or Greymon, I noticed in other matchups, a lot of times you can strip your sources, play your Metal Greymon, and stun the stack. So even though you don't have Deck or Greymon, by playing Sorai, you can still
get the stun,
big stacks, and then next turn you can stun again and go off. So I was very happy with the 4 Sorais, even against matchups that weren't Shine or Royal Knight.
Yeah, because if that hits in security, pretty much they can't attack for the rest of the turn.
Can't attack, so pretty good. And the last 2 cards is 2 Death X. Hunters is picking up in popularity. Quartzmon, this deck can struggle with Quartzmon, so this was nice. I played against 2 Hunters players. One I didn't draw in, the other I did, and it helped me secure a game when he had a feel for the blockers.
Yeah.
This also came up against the Mirage Gaomon player I played against. He had a full set of Tamers, and it just Digivolved and went in. But it's also, funny enough, it's also kind of a security bomb against Black Lord Greymon X.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, yeah.
They don't expect it. You know, they only had like 14 or 13, or depending on their sources, and 15, it will kill it. So
yeah,
it's very happy with that.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, you went 7-0, right?
7-0.
With this one. What would you say is the best matchup and worst matchup for this deck
Best
right now?
matchup is Royal Knights. I did not go against any Royal Knights. Second best matchup would probably be Belphemon or Shine. Belphemon can be tricky depending on how many Psychmons they have.
Yeah.
If they kill you too fast, but honestly, your favorite don't see Psychmon. And Shine, in my opinion, it's with 4 Sorais, it's heavily favored in Blue Flare because a lot of times they like to play with multiple Digimon just so they can get the Geo Greymon effects going. So
Yeah, and it can stun their Marcuses from attacking too, which is really strong. And
exactly.
And it just, we didn't really mention it, but Belphy can be stunned preemptively, so when it gets awakened, it still can't attack.
Exactly. So Blue Flare is a great pick for this format. So I know this is going to be probably going to BT13 doesn't really end till November or late October.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I highly advise this deck for folks that want their invite or want to do well.
Cool. Well, any last minute shout outs or anything before we end this one?
Shout out to all my friends that came with me from Atlanta, Georgia.
Are they all over there?
They're all over there. Yes, they're.
Guys, say something.
Hey guys, say hi. They supported me the whole way. They always have my back. Known them for 10 plus years.
Oh, wow, that's really nice.
My best friend Sean, he also top 8 event with a Hunter, so I'm happy for him as well. And shout out to my wife and my friends and family that are back home.
Gotcha. Well, really appreciate you taking the time. I know you're probably tired and hungry for this, and maybe want to see the show a little bit. So, thank you very much. I really appreciate it, and we'll catch you all next time.
All right, thank you.